Welcome back to my corner of the internet, guys. I am the Lucid Dream, and on this one, we are going to be talking about misinformation and just the plain false assumptions that frauditors make because their assumptions back up their feelings on the matter. First and foremost, though, thank you to all of my channel members and subscribers. Without you, I would not be here. So as always, every day, thank you. Now, this first clip is actually going to be a short by Eagle Nick Audits, where I had a very short conversation with him in the comments. Let's take a look.
Good morning, Eagle Nick Audits. I am Eagle Nick, and I want to show you just what kind of government we have. This here is Greater Works of Dalton. They help homeless people in the low income and disadvantaged Christian organization. And right next to this, they allowed them to turn this building that used to be Frank's Pharmacy into the Dalton Beverage and Liquor Store. That was our city government that allowed this. Mr. Robert Hill, who funds and runs Greater Works, fought it, but the city of Dalton allowed them to do it anyway. That proves what I've said, that this city government has been corrupt and crooked for far too long. It is time we, the people, stand up for our rights. You see that? That says God is real. Located right here by the old bowling alley. Now this man and the different organizations that does stuff to feed the people that is poor, that are homeless, that just need help. You know, our government, our city government, allowed them to build a liquor store that close to an organization that helps people who has drug problems and alcohol abuse problems. What do you think of that? Make sure to leave comments to let us know, let me know, let our city government know. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, like, share, and comment. This is Eagle Nick, and I'm out.
So my response to this short was, so you want the government to have the ability to dictate where private businesses can and can't operate in public. Said you realize that would be government overreach, right? That unless there is a law or a zoning issue prohibiting a liquor store to be located near that facility, that there is no legal reason that they could have stopped them, and to do so would have been corruption. He goes on to say it's illegal to sell beer or liquor within so many feet of a church. He is absolutely correct. In the state of Georgia, it is 100 yards. However, this is not a church. They are registered as a food bank. They are a nonprofit, but they are not a church. He goes on to say, I think that the same law should apply to a Christian organization. So again, he is basing his entire theory of corruption in this city on his opinion. Dalton Greater Works feeds the homeless and people who are in the DRC program that are on probation or parole. Having a liquor store that closed could jeopardize their success in staying sober. Day reporting centers, drug abuse, mental health, and restitution payments all could be affected by such a close proximity to the liquor store. He capitalizes every word in a sentence, so it makes it real hard for me to read, but what is blatantly obvious here is he is completely ignoring the fact that you can buy liquor or beer at any grocery store, at any gas station, which I am sure there are several in that area. So even though there is a dedicated liquor store right there, it isn't illegal, and it's not corruption that they let them open up. There's no law against it. It would be corruption to stop something that is legal from happening because you feel a certain way about it, which is what Nick doesn't seem to understand. Is it in poor taste? Yeah, maybe. It's not a location that I would have chosen as optimal. But when you're talking about something as widely available as alcohol, just the mere presence of a liquor store near a facility like that isn't going to jeopardize anybody's sobriety any more than the gas station next door is.
Good afternoon, YouTube. This is Eagle Nick. This fella here is homeless. I've seen him walking many a times up and down through here, all up and down the road for miles, walking around like he's in a daze and don't even know where he's at. Dalton has a lot of homeless people. What do you think? This is Eagle Nick. I'm out.
So this one was a couple of weeks ago, and regardless of what he says in any of his videos, he has no interest in anybody's First Amendment right, because anytime you say anything to the contrary of what he thinks, he throws a fit about it. I said, so you blast him on YouTube so you can virtue signal. Did you ask him if he minded being the subject of your YouTube video so you can pretend to care about homeless people? Or did you just record him like he was an animal in a zoo while you narrated about him like he wasn't there? And he blathered on about how he cares about homeless people. He even cares about the people who have nothing but negative things to say, yada, yada. I said, you didn't answer my question, though. Did you ask this man if he minded being on your YouTube channel, or did you just record him like an animal in a zoo? I said, because if you actually care about people, you treat them like people. You don't treat them like objects. And he still didn't answer. He just said, I didn't blast him on YouTube. Obviously he did. Get a life besides trolling. No, I'm fine, thanks. The short was to make people open their eyes, not run the mouth. It doesn't go over real well. It looks like virtue signaling. It does not look like you actually care. And unfortunately, I think he might. I think in his own way, he does actually care about these issues, but his view is so warped and twisted that he doesn't understand how wrong that actually is.
Now, if they was to say anything, just let me show you. This right here is a power pole. This here is public access, public right-of-way. So there really not much can be said about Eagle Nick audits. Be out here exercising my rights once again.
I don't know where he would have gotten this idea that a power pole is indicative of public property, when that is very obviously, number one, not a power pole. Number two, it's a parking lot light, because he's in a parking lot. You can see Office Depot right there. It's a strip mall, and he's in a parking lot. More than likely a private parking lot, but they don't care that he's there. As far as they know, he's a little old man wandering around on his bicycle talking to himself. Which, I mean, fair, because that's what he's doing. Nick is under the impression that anybody who actually sees his content on a troll channel, if they knew the truth, then the trolls are going to lose all their subscribers and they are going to go to Nick. You guys know, the couple of videos I have done on this guy, I let you know where he is. You know his name. You can't miss the voice. It's not like it would be easy to hide his identity. So I am very sure that you are all well aware where Eagle Nick's channel is, and thankfully, you guys are still here. So you have seen the truth, and you have made the intelligent decision based on your own judgment and not Nick's. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you would like to see, and I will catch you on the next one.